Today we have with us an expert in the field of quantum healing, Dr. Jirex Kulle. He's a quantum healer, life coach, and speaker. He is specialized in quantum science, consciousness, and brain research. Dr. Kulle is a founder of depth healing technology. Over 51 years of experience in spiritual and scientific development, Dr. Kulle guides his clients towards profound personal transformation and growth in all areas of their life. Please welcome Dr. Jirex Kulle to this show.
Explain to your viewers that what is exactly is depth healing technology?
Well, a depth healing technology in its full form covers a lot of ground, but fundamentally for the audience, depth healing technology is based on a science that was created by a great genius, Dr. Ted Morter. He's long since now passed away of old age, but he was a genius, and he created a system called bioenergetic synchronization technique. It's a very complex method, and it accesses the subconscious mind. Now, over the years, I learned the fundamental basis of that. I did an apprenticeship under one of his greatest students in Atlanta, Georgia, Dr. Habersky, and I learned the fundamental basis of this subconscious science over a period of 8 years. And then I also have a background in mysticism with the divine, and I was led on and taught how to apply it over distance. So I became a distance healer. So depth healing technology is designed to handle anything because it works through the field, and its fundamental mechanism is frequencies. Frequencies transmitted by my consciousness to the patient using two types of frequencies, a destructive interference wave and a constructive interference wave. Destructive interference waves, when they collide, they cancel to zero. And that's how I do my surgery when I want to remove something. And a constructive interference wave builds, it expands when they meet each other. Those are terms familiar in quantum physics. So depth healing technology is applied quantum physics via consciousness. That'll keep you busy for a while.
Super, great. So that's fantastic, actually. Can you give us some example on how quantum physics can be used in depth healing?
Yeah, one of my landmark successes was with severe chronic Lyme's disease. Patient had suffered for over 30 years, very, very debilitating, completely unresponsive to any kind of medical procedure during those 3 decades. And she was completely debilitated. So she became my client. She's still my client today. And I eliminated Lyme's disease completely. How do I do that? Lyme's disease has anything at all, from a Planckian spherical unit to a giant planet. It all has a frequency. Something like Lyme's disease, a tiny little disease, they're not a real big complex of many frequencies. You and I are millions, billions, quadrillions of different frequencies, but Lyme's disease isn't. So all I did was locate the frequency signature of the Lyme's disease, and I disintegrate it with destructive interference waves, and then I build up her system. I'm not part, in depth healing, it's important to understand that I am not part of the equation. I am only a conduit. So the person I'm treating, I'm talking directly to their higher self, their nervous system, their body, and their field. and I can talk to it on any levels with surgical precision. And then after I disintegrate something or remove something or break something down, like let's say it's a real big complex negative, it's like a whole huge childhood trauma, and I break it down till it's zero. Then their system tells me the constructive interference wave to send to them to build them up. So basically, I disintegrated the virus. It's gone. It's been gone ever since. I do the same thing for any kind of disease. It doesn't matter to me at all. And then I build their system up according to what their system tells me they need. And then I transmit the constructive interference waves into the appropriate chakra level. So even though I may be working on, so let's say a tumor in the uterus, many times the frequency that they require to build them up is goes to their heart or their Vishuddhi, their throat chakra, or the Agnya, third eye, so forth and so on. It'll be their system that talks to me the entire time. And all I do is I just transmit back, forth. And then their system heals, and that's how I take care of it.
That's very interesting. So how widely accepted is this use of depth healing technology using this quantum field? What is your thought?
I've been healing people with depth healing, and every year, sometimes every week, my ability is being increased constantly by the divine. So it changes constantly, but I've been doing depth healing for 11 years, and it's 100% accepted around the world by anyone I treated. My goal is to have depth healing known, because in all of the energy psychologies, like the various energy psychologies that which is now a recognized branch of science that people like Bruce Lipton talk about, depth healing is 60 to 80 times more effective. You know, most of those systems can only go 30 to 40% deep into the actual problem. But with one of the main differences with me, I have an empowerment through Tibet. This is the mystic side. I have empowerments through Japan, and I have empowerments through India. That gives me my ability to transmit and talk. And then I've spent a decade or more mastering self-kinesiology, so I can talk to the field with extreme precision. Many people can talk to the field using a pendulum or self-kinesiology, but their accuracy is very poor because they don't know how to clear entanglement. You have to know how to clear entanglement. You have to know how to clear entities. You have to know how to clear lots of things. Otherwise, you will not be able to get a reliable answer. When people's lives are on the line, like I have cancer patients, they're relying on me to know what I'm doing. So it's very, very important and crucial that I can get accurate information.
Yeah, I agree with this. So can you share your vision on the future of depth healing?
Yeah, my vision of depth healing is to make it one of the top 3 healing systems recognized anywhere in the world. The biggest reason for that is this, okay? So I can and I do take care of people all over the world individually, but the biggest trick with me is I am able to do morphic field physics. So I can handle any size group of people up to 21,000. So if I have, like if you give me a big collective, like let's say the entire staff of a giant corporation, I handle all of them in one sweep, in 1 hour, relative to the metric that they want changed. So let's say the CEO says to me for, let's say it's Amazon.com. So Amazon has so many executives or whatever, and the CEO has some specific metrics he wants changed and they're having difficulty, just get a hold of me, give me all of their names, give me one photograph, like a group photograph. I'll clear them all and the problem will be solved in one sweep, like that. And as far as I know, at least in my understanding, there is no one else that can do that except me. The divine taught me how to do that. So if I can work with morphic fields, then I can really help the world and the population. I can do the same thing with a forest of trees. I can do the same thing for a body of water, anything that's alive. I cannot affect. I can clear buildings, like if you have a geophysical building, like a big stadium or a big, I've done that for many places, like a big resort. And strange things are happening. People are all unhappy. I can find the negative energy and remove it, but I can't change the operation of a mechanical thing. As long as it's alive, animals, and I can do it at any distance. I don't care if you're on Pluto. No problem at all.
Great. So if you are connecting with the negative energy, which you are able to absorb in the process you have, so it's no secret that negative thoughts and emotions blockage can cause a lot of pain and sufferings. Would it be possible to witness the power of depth healing firsthand with a live sessions on a client or something? How it is?
Yeah, no, it's patient confidentiality. What I do is if you go to my website, we have testimonials, video and written, but I don't demonstrate that. My sessions take 2 hours, and let's say we were to get a patient that would give us permission, we can do it. Like, one of the easiest things to get rid of is headaches. I usually get rid of any kind of headache, including migraines, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, something like that. That probably would be something viable, but generally speaking, I don't demonstrate. I'm not, even when I was a professional martial arts, I'm an elite martial arts specialist. I don't do public demonstration. Only one demonstration a year for New Year's. It's not a showman type of thing.
I see. Yeah, that's great. So, Dr. Kulle, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your insight of depth healing technology. We are very much looking forward to meeting with you in the nearest future to learn more. Before we end our sessions, can you share any advice to our audience?
Regarding what? Give me a target. What area?
So maybe you have some kind of influence which can rid out the negative energy from someone, or maybe some people are actually suffering with something. So how you are going to give some magic?
Well, there's a couple of things that you can use, folks, that are real simple that can help you a great deal. One of the very important things is when you're stressed or when you have a busy life, and especially if things are emotional, always remember to take out a piece of paper with blue ink, a pen, not a computer, and just start to write down your thoughts, your feelings, all the different things, the pluses, the negative, whatever it is. What you're doing is you're removing the thoughts from your head onto paper. Number one, that gives you mental space. But most importantly, when you write it down, you're writing it in such a way it's not entangled with emotion. You might be emotional when you're writing it, but when you write it down and you read it later, the emotion will not be on the paper. So your brain processes it much differently. And what can seem like a huge problem because it's in your head and it's all entangled with so many different stories, it can often, most of the time, it'll be quite simple. So it removes your stress. It gives you mental space. Your brain can only handle 7 programs at one time, maximum. we're built to handle one program at a time. So if your brain's like a computer, imagine having 7 different video games going on at the same time, and your brain you're done. So when you remove stuff onto the paper, your brain will know that it's recorded, so it relaxes. Number 2, when your body's full of pain and you're not feeling very well, stressed out, tired, whatever, if you can take a bath, you get a nice hot bath, but you put, I don't want you to put like a little bit of salt. I want you to get a great big bag of Epsom salt or sea salt like that. You pour the whole bag in there, and you get 1 little box of baking soda and 1 little tiny bottle of hydrogen peroxide, and you pour the whole kit and caboodle in the water, super saturated. And then you lay in there for 15, 20 minutes and then go to bed, and you'll feel like $1 million. And always remember this: the greatest enemy to humanity and all living things is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi kills all life, and it's killing you right now unless you're protected. So I have specific technology, proven technology, not some little pendant thing that actually stops Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi breaks single and double strand DNA in half. It's causing 3 different grades of dementia. It causes every kind of cancer under the sun. It's absorbed by water and oil. Your brain is made out of water and oil. It gives you the headaches, brain fog. It's enemy number 1. So if you don't protect yourself from Wi-Fi, you're making a big mistake. Your body is designed to be biologically have a negative charge. If you don't have a negative charge, you cannot resolve inflammation. If you can't resolve inflammation, you will always be in pain. So the Wi-Fi makes sure that you don't have a negative charge. Okay, so there's a couple of tricks like that are worth their weight in gold, and protects you for a good long life. And above all things, do not get the vaccine ever. If you do, or if you did, get a clean slate. You can go to my website and order clean slate. It will reverse engineer the nanotechnology that's in your bloodstream, and it will get rid of the graphene oxide. Those are my main tips, because this is right now a very serious time. It's a really nice time to be alive, but it's also we've got a lot of things we have to know. If we don't know, they can and will hurt you. Okay, so that's my advice for right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This is an amazing and explainable, valuable information. Yes, this Wi-Fi really kills to the humanity and the emotions too. You are rightly.
Yeah, if they need anything,
yes,
I only promote a couple of things that I use myself.
Yes.
And it's we got like my website, it's depthhealing.org, and there's a couple of things that I promote for energetic sophistication, so that they are protected, and then their body, their physiology is operating at an optimal level.
Correct.
That's the only thing I do. I don't. I'm not a what do you say, like a product I'm a people person, but there are certain things nowadays you really have to have them. If you don't have them, it's only a matter of time and something's going to happen.
Very priceless word. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I really appreciate you getting a hold of me. It's very nice.
Thank you. And